Today is another day of story time, and welcome back. I'm here to just share my life with you, get comfy, get comfortable, get cozy, and yeah, this is another story time, and I really just love sharing my story and kind of just my journey and what's going on in my life and the good and the bad, not just the bad, not just the good, but both. And today's a little crazy. Today is a little bit about my volunteering during this whole summer. I've been volunteering at the concierge at the hospital, and it was an up and down dilemma. It was crazy. But I loved every minute of it. And yes, if you don't know me, hello, my name is Luccidell. Welcome, come on in. Yes, come on in. You are welcome. But yeah, in the future I will do some more story times. They will get longer, they will get deeper, but I'm just not ready to share everything at once. And there will be parts, there will be a bunch of parts, and yeah, maybe this one might have a parter or might be a whole thing, but yeah, I do content that helps people embrace their well-being, and I also do content about writing, and I also have a podcast. You can reach out to me on there. I talk about stuff that aren't aren't on YouTube, but more in depth. And I also have an Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out to me on there as well. But today is about, yes, concierge.
That's good.
I did work at the hospital, and let me tell you, it was a crazy up and down experience. This volunteering services with open eyes, elation, because I love medicine. I grew up loving medical and health and the human body. And if you don't know, yes, I was a very passionate medical student, and I did have a very supportive medical teacher behind my back tell me you will never make it in medicine because of your dark race and your skin color, and you would constantly get checked. And that broke me bit by bit because he supported me in every inch of my work. He loved me. He loved what I did. I always participated in the class. I always was the top of my class. Even though I was the only African American in the class, I worked my butt off. And he said that behind my back. And I'm going to be honest with you. I lost hope. I was very depressed. I had major anxiety, social anxiety, and I didn't know what to do until I found content, and I found out about podcasts, and I found about how you can about I was a avid gamer, and I looked at Twitch and stuff and YouTube and just saw, okay, maybe Twitch and YouTube is just for gaming with Twitch. And I found out about how Twitch is a platform where you can inspire people and share your story and educate people. And I was like, I can use two of the things I love, medical and writing. And I had people tell me I would never get far because I'm a shy person. I don't know how to express myself. I don't know how to talk in front of people. I can use two of the things that people told me I could never make it, and use the two things to make a platform to help people. Embrace who they are as a person, embrace their writing, and embrace writing. And I worked my butt off to make a platform to help people, to be an amazing writer, and to embrace well-being, because there will be a lot of people who struggle with who they are, and I'm gonna help them, and I'm gonna help them unlock their potential and be their best version and be an amazing writer and maintain that longevity. And I'm gonna use the people who told me no to say, yes, I can do this, and I can pursue my dreams, and I don't care about the bigotry. I'm gonna push through. I have dark skin. Look at me. Look at my melanin. I'm a dark skinned guy. I'm a dark skinned boy. But that's not gonna deter me. People have called me gay. People have called me the N-word. People have called me a disgusting black, and that's gonna be another story about the Twitch experience I've dealt with. I'm gonna get into that very, very soon. People have called me ugly. People have called me fake. People have called me so much stuff, and it it hurt. It really hurt, but I pushed through it, and I'm gonna use my story to inspire. So yeah, we're gonna talk about the concierge. So I worked at the hospital, and yes, the teacher did tell me all that stuff. We had to do a review for the medical to get into the program, and he wrote this nice review saying I'm a great student. I'm very always participating. He didn't say the stuff about like all the stuff. He didn't believe in me before. This was before, and he said, "Oh, he's a great kid. He's nice. He's great." And I put the review in, and then we did the interview, and I just tried my best. I was very very shy, and I just talked about stuff. She was asking questions about, okay, like, I thought it was gonna get deep. Like, why do you want to do this? There were three reasons why I wanted to do this. One, I love medicine. Two, I want to help people. And three, I just want to know how a medical facility operates. And I was just like, whoa, this is too much. And she just interviewed me very basic questions about, what if someone came up to you and was fuming, and what would you do? I'll kind of just stay calm and not really get involved. I'll just kind of just not react because they want a reaction. I'll just kind of just stay calm. Another one was, how do you deal with stress? And I was like, I kind of just be present with it and kind of just let it happen and not just fill it up. And another question was, what was the group you've been a part of? This one, I made it. I didn't make it up, but it just came up, Benevolent Gamer. That was a group I was a part of. I joined on Discord. Great group. Please get involved with them. They're amazing. She was like, Benevolent Gamer. And I was like, yeah, Benevolent Gamer. And yeah, her name is Susan. She's so freaking cute and so sweet. She's so freaking nice. Oh, she was awesome. And I was just like, oh, you're doing good. Don't say you're doing bad. You're doing good. She's like, oh, thanks. And then I said Benevolent Gamer. And then she was like, what, was that like a group? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, are they about gaming? Like, not really. They're a little bit, but they're all about like helping people, you know, families that have been abused, like abusive kids who have been abused, people who have been in abusive situations. And she was like, are they at your school? And I lied. I didn't mean to. I was like, yes, they're at my school. And she was like, oh. And I kind of lied about that. I didn't mean it. It just slipped out. And this group is a real group, but they're not at my school. And I kind of just wanted to get going with it, kind of wing it. And she was like, okay, which job do you consider yourself doing? And I was like, I want to do a job where I'm kind of involved with people, because I'm a very shy person. I'm not really social. And she was like, okay, let's see. Maybe you could do pediatrics. You could do this. And she never talked about the job I do, which is concierge. She never mentioned that yet. And then I was just like, okay, I'm open to anything. And she was like, what is your schedule? I was like, afternoon. And I was like, how many days? And I was like, like 5 days, 3 days a week. And I was like, what is my issue? I didn't even understand like the schedule. I didn't know what days would work for me, because I'm not used to working. And then my friends were like, are you crazy? 3 days a week? You got school, you got all that, you need to take a break. And I was like, I don't know. She's like, okay. But I said, I'm very open. She was like, okay, we'll get you sorted. We'll get everything covered. And I was like, okay, thank you. She's like, oh, I'm such a bad interview. I'm not doing good. I was like, oh, you're fine. You're doing great. She's like, oh, thank you. You're so sweet. And then we finished, and I kind of I just was really happy, and had full hope about it. And then let's fast forward. And then we came in, we did our interviews, and people came in going over the rules. And then some of my friends from my school actually came, and they were working there. And there were so many people in the program, because they give you hecka hours. And when we came into the program, I was just like, whoa, this is so much. This is insane. And when I came into the program, we got involved, and then they talked. We were all in this room, all of us, and then there were people giving speeches about the rules and regulations, and you need to really be careful, be kind to people, be sanitary, keep yourself clean. There's diseases everywhere here, and you just really need to be considerate and kind of just take your job seriously. This is a hospital facility. You're not here to joke around and play. You're here to work, and I was like, whoa, this is a big deal. And then they said, okay, well, now we're done with our interviews. And then we did meet our manager for the volunteering. Her name was Priscilla Gonzalez. Oh, sweet as a button. She's so freaking sweet. And as we went over all of this stuff, the hospital was just so huge. I didn't think I was ever going to go through it. And when we went through the hospital, I was just like, this is so much. And after the speeches, they said, now this is time to get for your community managers, your managers for each thing. And some people did get admitted to another part of the hospital to work there. And I got my manager. His name was Rodney Black, and he was the concierge manager. And I was like, concierge, what's this? And he said, we're basically the eyes, legs, and ears of the hospital. And I was like, okay, that seems like a lot. She said, and oh, sorry, I'm really mean. He said, um, we basically escort people around the hospital to the business office, to the admissions medical office, all of this, and if you love people, this is a job for you. And I was like, okay, this is something good. I can see myself doing this. And then he was like, okay, I'll see you tomorrow. And then I came in ready to go. I had a nice breakfast. I slept well, ready. And then as he got in, he talked about the job and what it was like more in depth. And I saw some of my some people there who other um um people worked there, and some of my friends, the jobs they got were awful. And I mean awful. Some people got jobs in food services. Some people got jobs to work at the morgue, to move boxes from place to place when they just wanted to work at this one job, do pediatrics, and they didn't get what they wanted. And some people got like organizing pens by like in order, and I was like, what the freak? What kind of job is that? And some people were just like, this is insulting. Some people left the program. Some people didn't do it. They just left the program. And I was just like, dang, I'm lucky I got a good job. Sure. Like my job it's popping. I'm freaking escorting people through the freaking transporting people around the freaking hospital. I'm like, dang, I'm gonna get to talk and freaking communicate. I'm all over the hospital. I'm never always something new. And when I wasn't I had no idea what I was at, what was coming at me that day. And when I went there, I was there full of energy, and they were like, so your job is basically to escort people through wheelchair throughout the hospital, to the business office, to the outpatient registration, to the pavilion. And then there was an assistant. He was a high schooler. He worked there for 3 years. His name was Alex. And when I tell you, he knew what he was doing. He was so good at that job. He did everything. He worked at the desk. He was escorting people. And let me tell you, this is my last 2 days. I was working there all summer. Next week is my last 2 days, and I'm so upset. I enjoyed. But yeah, there's just probably definitely gonna be a part two for this. This is gonna be a long story. But the first day he showed us around the hospital. He showed us like what the general places we're going to be escorting, and the places we're going to be going. And as when he finished showing us around, he was like, okay, now is your scavenger hunt. You're going to look around the whole hospital. And I was like, what the freak? We're gonna have to look around. He gave us this paper, this clipboard with pencil, and he said, you have to look for all these places and check off which one's which and know which one, know this. And I looked like I had two other people. I almost lost my freaking dang mind. There was two other people, and they were working with us, and I didn't know what to do, and my legs almost gave out, and they kind of worked for me. I just let them do the walking, the talking, the everything. I didn't talk, I didn't do anything. I kind of just followed them and did what they did and wrote what they wrote, because I didn't know the hospital. I didn't know anything. I'm just a volunteer. What the freak? You give me this freaking scavenger hunt? You expect me to know where the freak I'm going? What the freak? And then some people talked about how they cheated. Some people said that I didn't even do it. And then we did almost all of it. My legs almost gave out. I'm telling you, we looked around. We went through like 5 different floors. We went to all the elevators. We didn't know where the freak we were going. And then some of the people were just like, okay, we found this one, we had to call phones to buzz in, and we had our little our thing that we could use to scan in, to clock in, clock out, for our schedule. We could use our little thing to buzz in through doors. I felt so powerful with that door. I'm telling you, I felt powerful. I felt like I could go through anything. And then when we opened it, we went through the hospital. I was just like, I think I'm done. I'm done with this. And she's like, you done? You can't go anymore? And I was like, yeah, we're done. And then we went back to the main lobby, and we were just like, how far did you get? And I was like, this is what I got. I just, my legs almost gave out. I gave up. I couldn't find anything. And he made it look so easy, like where to go and where everything to go, because he's been working there for years. And then he was talking about, okay, this is where you go, this is where you do, and all of that. And that's basically what we did all shift. look around the hospital, find the places on that page. And when we finished, the next day, we finally did our job as a concierge assistant, and we were escorting people around the hospital. And I was a little slow compared to everyone else. They knew where they were going. They were freaking sharp as a freaking nail. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. And then he was like, okay, so you know where to go to the business office, right? And I was like, I think. And it was like, come on, you need to know. You need to know this. And I was like, okay, I'll try to get there. And then I took people there. I started getting the hang of the place. I couldn't really talk or really like communicate with people because I just wanted to know where the heck I was going. And then there was some other volunteers that worked at the desk. They were adults, and they were talking about how I was so freaking quiet and so freaking sweet though. And they were like, what I recommend for you to really get used to the hospital is to kind of like um like shadow other people who know where they're going. And I was like, that's a good idea. And I was just like, okay, I'm gonna shadow people. And then that's what I did this whole time. I shadowed people who know what the heck where they're going. I shadowed them. And then as I learned, I started walking around and kind of knowing where the freak to go and which was going. And when I ate my first lunch at the hospital, let me tell you, the food was so banging good. There was so much food there. I got sushi sometimes. I got these veggie hot burgers. I got these rice. It was so much. It was so good food. And each day I learned more and more and more. And one day, like, I actually started to get used to it, and we got more volunteers that were needed in our concierge because it was so busy. We needed more people to more escorts. And as I learned, I was getting used to the hospital and a little more in depth, and I kind of learned a little more, and I could have a little more fun with it. And the people at the front desk, I kind of learned a little about who they were. Brittany, Jeff, I don't remember everyone's name, but Brittany, oh my god, Brittany was so freaking sweet. She was so relatable. She was showing me how to get to one of the rooms within the lobby. She was saying, I'm going to show you how to get to this one room. And I was like, okay. And I was just like, so this is your first few days, right? And I was like, yeah, I think it's like my second week. And I was like, yeah, I've been working here for 8 months. I know what's going on. And she was so freaking nice, saying hi to everyone, good morning. I was like, 8 months, that's it? She was like, yeah, and I know I know where to go, I know what to do. And then I was just like, I hope I know what I'm doing. I hope I get to know everything. It's just like, trust me, you're gonna learn quicker than everyone here at the freaking desk. Because trust me, it's not as hard as it looks. And I was just like, I freaking hope. And she's like, how old are you? And I said, I'm 15. She's like, oh, okay. And then she showed me how to get to the room. And then I got to the room, and I was just like, okay, I made it. And I left, and I went back, and then I kind of tried to escort someone, and I escorted someone just like, yay, you're escorting, you got this. And I was so freaking happy. And then another guy named Jeff, he was so freaking funny and so freaking nice. He was just like, oh, I want to take all of them home. They're just so freaking sweet and nice. I want to eat them up. And I was just like, okay. We were trying to just act professional at the hospital, at the freaking concierge, because we're just there at the B lobby. We're legit at the front of when everyone comes. And then some people were like, I think they were like, some people were just walking there like examining, and then they were like, so what do? They just smile. And I was like, what the fuck? We're just here to smile. So and then I was just like, so that's their job, right? They just smile. And I was like, yep, they just smile. And I was like, okay. And I just kept smiling. And then Rodney came in, and then the guys came in and said, okay, what's their job again? And I was like, smiling. And then Rodney was dying. He died laughing. I was just like, oh my god, they're making us look like we're so bad. And then yeah, I loved my job. I'm gonna be honest, I loved it. I learned a little bit more about the hospital, where to go, and I learned more and more and more. Escorts started coming in, and I kind of I had a little more fun with it. I started being more socializing with the patients, and escorting people through wheelchair, and kind of just helping people. I feel like I was really active in helping. But this is where I'm gonna cut off and make another story for part 2. Yep, we're doing a part 2, and this is where part 2, where I really learned a lot more and really got in depth about stuff. And let me give you a sneak peek. There was some stuff like abuse within the hospital, a kid getting abused. There was a random guy talking to us, showing this random guy coming us over and over. There was some weird stuff on the floor. There's people who didn't even help me with escorting, and I just had to do stuff all my freaking self. There was people who I was told to freaking escort someone through the freaking garage. But yeah, I'm gonna cut it off. I'm gonna really save it for part two where it really gets juicy. So hope you guys come back for part two, and I'm actually probably gonna record it right now today for part two. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one, and I hope to see you in part two.